lot of people always ask me, how do I even ward? And when it comes to warding, of course, it's a really big topic. I am a challenger player myself with over 1100 LP peak and currently a full-time pro player. The first thing you should do is go into your settings and actually look at how you kinda wanna ward. If you wanna ward, you have two options. It's kinda quick casting, so I'm just pressing the spell and like the vision is just getting put down, right? Then you kinda have the option to make it show a range, right? And why is it so good to have this tool activated? The thing is, if I'm just placing vision now into this bush, it's kinda hard to judge if the vision is on the edge, right? And we always want to get as much vision as possible. So what we kinda doing is, if we do it like this and we have an indicator, then you can see it swaps from green to blue, right? So if it's green, then it's actually in the bush, right? So this is really far on the edge. Okay, same thing here. If I'm now doing it with the indicator, it's like this. So really far on the edge. And if I would put down a normal ward, I would probably like just do it like this, right? But this is how I get a bit more vision. So I would suggest you guys always have something to do a normal cast on. Because it's super important to not always do it like this and rather do it with normal cast. Like sometimes it needs to be quick, right? But like this, you are just getting the best vision placement possible, because it's super important, and that is like the next point, to not ward stupidly. Because I see a lot of people, like let's say you would like to now ward somewhere, like here. I see a lot of people that walk in here and they ward like this, and then they go out. But why is this bad? Because you could get so much more vision. If you want to ward around here, then what you should do is, of course, you want to ward at the edge, right? And if you want to look to cover up this one, then you can ward here. Pretty simple. Okay, next thing is how you actually place the vision. Because a lot of people, they, for example, open into topside, then they placing a ward here, then they are running here, they are placing a ward here, maybe placing a ward here, and then they recoil, for example. And if you see this, then the vision is kinda bad, because you always want to get down vision lines. And if the T1 is available, for example, right, like this one is still available, then getting a vision line would look something like this. So from here to here, because this vision line is always there. So the enemies, if they would ever cross this vision line, right, then you would see it. If they cross it, you see it. So it would make no sense to have like a ward here and then put down the next ward, for example, here, because then you don't have a vision line. So if you actually want to ward, then, for example, let's say you want to get a vision line here, then you could ward here, obviously, then maybe get like yourself ward down here, and then best case you even get a ward here. And now you can see we kinda have a perfect vision line, where if the enemies crosses, like the bot side, for example, then we will always see it. Then another important point, I see a lot of supports that just do nothing, basically. And if you have a timer to do nothing, what you can do is a so-called vision bomb. That means you are placing down your vision into one side and then you are recalling again. So let's say your team did a bot side play, but you can already open top lane because you have nothing to do in bot side anymore. What you can do now, you're placing full vision on top side, like let's say even like this, and now your team is resetting, and now, right, you would need to refresh your wards because you already put down 2 wards, and what will happen is that the enemies may be cleared. But what you can do now is reset, open topside again, and if the enemies come, they use their sweepers and vision to retake it. You come fresh out of base with new vision, right? So you kinda vision bombed one time into the enemy side that you are playing into, and now you're coming out of base with fresh wards. And this is kinda all the basics that you need to actually ward properly. And of course, then it's super important to open up into the right side, for example. Like, it makes no sense to put down 3 topside wards when you're actually playing bot lane. Like, the vision will be pretty useless. There's something called weak side vision, for example. Because let's say we would play bot lane now, then it's possible to drop like weak side wards to like kinda cover the enemy cross map, right? But this is a bit more advanced, and we kinda focus only on the basics for now. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to drop a comment and a like. See ya. Bye bye.